Yo, hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving. I'm pretty full still, a lot of food. But in today's video, we'll be looking at creepy and bizarre TikToks that will shatter your reality.
If you think about it, chickens are kind of like the gateway drug to conspiracy theories. So I think if you get chickens, you ultimately will become a conspiracy theorist. And here's the reason why I say that. Because you're going to get chickens, right? You're going to love having chickens. You're going to taste the eggs and you're going to recognize, like the one I just grabbed, thank you, right here. You're going to realize that they taste different. So you're going to start looking into, why do they taste different? Why do they look different? Why is the yolk darker? And then you're going to do that and you're going to realize that it's because they're not factory farmed. Then you're going to realize what factory farmed eggs look like. And then you're going to look at other foods. What happens when you look at the other foods? You're going to start baking your own sourdough because you realize, oh, bread has terrible preservatives in it. It's terrible for you. There's a million ingredients. So then you're going to be a sourdough person. And then you're going to be a garden person. Okay, which means you're going to try to separate yourself from the food system a little bit. After you do that, you're going to realize some of the medicinal properties in food and in your garden, like garlic and honey and all of those things. And then you're going to start feeling a little skeptical about the pharmaceutical world. And ultimately, what I'm saying is if you go to Tractor Supply, look at all the cute little chicks, just realize you will ultimately become a conspiracy theorist if you do so. But the eggs are good. If you think about
All right, y'all, so I guess we all need to get chickens, and that will save us. It'll lead us down the right path.
While he's trying to smoke heroin, which to my knowledge he's never done before, and I didn't know how to help him, so it was just madness.
Matthew Perry's death certificate has been released by the Los Angeles County Department of Public Health following his passing October 28th.
There were 5 people put on an ECMO machine that night, and the other 4 died, and I survived. So the big question is, why? Why was I the one that survived? There has to be some kind of reason.
Matthew Perry's ex-girlfriend, Katie Edwards, is making some pretty serious allegations about Matthew's mysterious death, and she claims that Matthew didn't drown in his jacuzzi like the police initially claimed. Katie also revealed what message Matthew was trying to send in his last few Instagram posts, which all referenced water and Batman. And since Matthew was found dead in a jacuzzi next to a huge Batman sign lit up in red lights, Katie is convinced that his IG posts may hide clues to how he really died.
That's crazy. It's like a real life investigation or something.
Saying there was no parallax. There actually is proven parallax that you see here. So that's pretty incredible here, that when you see this. Now let's watch it again. We see our orbs. We see them spinning. Look at this there's definitely purpose here. We can see this mouse here moving around. And now the orientation changes, like they're getting ready for something here. It changes right here and they go vertical. And now they're spinning vertically at an angle. And our drone is somewhere right off the screen over here. Now here it comes. The zap. You see that
Bang.
illumination? Accurately illuminate the clouds. We think that's explained by the particles in the area becoming energized. The leaker moves the video over to the right. Again, we think this is like a Google Earth video playback. And then they close the screen recording. They just close out the screen recording. Now let's look at the other one. Now here's the thermal. So now we're looking at it from the other angle. So that first one was from outer space, looking down, not looking up. And this one now is at a side angle with this MQ-1C. We can see the drone. I mean, we can see it. We can see this high quality clouds as well. We can tell somebody's manually tracking it. We can see the smoke. We can see the orbs show up. And here you can see these orbs are perfectly spherical. It's not a metal ball. This is some kind of field around something much smaller. We see these lines in front of it. These lines are in front of the orbs. They're pulling the orbs forward almost, right? Or better explanation is they're creating their own gravity, their own geodesics. You can see the heat signature on the orbs spinning around on their axis. We can see it goes out of field. So like, this is one of the pieces of evidence too that it's real as well. If this was fake, you're going to keep the plane in focus. You're not going to have the plane go out of focus. This is because somebody's manually tracking it. They're not using automatic tracking. Then they zoom in. They want to get a really good, clear shot. And then right before the zap, they zoom out because they know exactly what's about to happen. And then right here, you're going to see these orbs, the monopoles are going to turn towards the middle, and the orbs are going to converge on the plane. And then the zap
That's crazy.
happens. So if you fake this, you have to have a better understanding of physics than the experts, because I've got experts telling me this is exactly what this kind of thing should look like. So some kind of faker is like a master PhD of physics and mathematics to create these perfect patterns. Look at that.
Right.
You see that?
Mm.
Watch the super slow-mo here. The orbs actually bend in the last frame because we think they're creating a field here. Gravitational lensing. You can watch the orbs spin and they converge. Look at that converging. The orbs are spinning and they're going to converge these monopoles. And then they, right in that last frame there, it blurs. Oh crap, I can't get it. But it blurs in the last frame. And that's indication that this plane is accelerating. Maybe even accelerating to the speed of light. So pretty wild videos, right?
What y'all think of that?
Movies
man?
about Antarctica they don't want you to see.
Okay. What? Bet I'm about to try to watch those movies. The Other Side of the Ice. Your boy is a monster.
Ooh, I ain't gonna lie, man. This ain't looking good, man. This ain't looking good, P. Diddy, man. They got you. They got you. Nah, that's just Cassie. I want to know if the other stuff was true too. Niggas said, and I remember when that shit was happening. Niggas said, dude said he was gonna blow up that boy car. And like the next day, when that boy tried to turn on the shit, hold on, wait. Let me read this shit one more time. Because it was like that boy, they said the next day the dude car blew up. Kid cut it. Like, say, bro, P. Diddy was on some gangster shit. This nigga crazy. This nigga on some Birdman shit. Man, this nigga P. Diddy. Say, man, I thought he was sweet and sour. That boy doing some gangster shit, huh? Blowing up people's cars and shit. That's crazy. And not only that, nigga said he was beating Cassie. You know, he go with multiple people. You already know he pinned on Young Miami. We already know he pinned and fucking shitting on her. We already know he doing that to her. But the physical altercation, I thought P. Diddy, brother love, I thought he would never do that to a woman. I just want to see if it's going to come out as true. Because I don't think Cassie will fucking lie on this, man.
Your birthday doesn't just tell you.
It's a lot of stuff with P. Diddy, man. We've had a lot of videos on this channel alone with allegations about Diddy and the stuff he be doing. Your boy is a weirdo. You know, it's like, if all of this stuff is true, then what I just said is true. I'm just saying.
When you were born, it also tells you why you were born. All you have to do is add the numbers up in your birthday together, reduce it down to one number, and you get your life path number. This is how you find out where your number is. Screenshot this if you need to. Your life path number is your soul's purpose. It tells you everything about your soul. And remember, you are the soul. If you get a reading from me, I can tell you exactly what your soul's purpose is, plus much more. But I'll say this right now. If you're a life path 9 like me, then you're a very old soul and you have the ability to relate to every other number. If you're a life path 1, you're the initiator and you have the ability to put things into direction. If you're an 8, you're very heroic and you're good at networking. Like and follow me for more numerology. One love.
I know.
Comment y'all life path number down below. Let me see what you guys are in the comments. Let me see what we got. All the viewers that watch this channel, let's see what kind of life path you guys are on. It'd be crazy if we were all on the same type of life path, or if there's some type of synchronicity to that.
We have still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will, and hopefully sooner than we might think right now.
There's no place to go.
Although we weren't able to shatter that highest hardest glass ceiling this time, thanks to you. It's got about 18 million cracks in it. And it may be hard to see tonight, but we are all standing under a glass ceiling right now.
It's crazy. She's telling us.
People figured out that we were an enclosed system. The more advanced we got, it would be the biggest thought on our minds. That's all we care about. If you could make a wildlife reserve 1,000 miles square, all people, all human beings would do is just be knocking on the fence constantly, going, why is this fence here? Who built the fence?
Yep. And that's what's about to start happening.
Here are 3 people who were literally killed for exposing the truth. Number 1 is Stanley Mayer. Stanley was a scientist who figured out how to make a car run on water.
All we're doing is using the hydrogen from water. When you use water, the energy release is roughly 2.5 times more powerful than that of gasoline. So water is a very powerful fuel.
He claimed the car could travel over 180 kilometers on only 1 gallon of water. The oil industry then heard of Stanley's invention and invited him to a business meeting. But about 10 minutes in, Stanley was dead. He came running out of the restaurant, screaming for help, and his last words were, "I've been poisoned." If Stanley's invention was released, the oil industry would have lost billions of dollars. This is why he died. Number 2 is Gary Webb. Gary was a journalist who exposed the CIA for allegedly trafficking crack cocaine to raise money. Days after he released the story, he was found dead with 2 bullet wounds to the head. But the death was ruled as suicide. How could he have shot himself in the head twice? What do you guys think happened? Follow for more.
What am I looking at here?
They got everybody who thinks that there's 24 hours in a motherfucking day. Everything in your being, everything in your mind, everything in your spirit tells you there ain't no 24 hours. How the fuck a squirrel know how many hours it is and you don't guess? Time. 7:30 is goddamn morning sun. 7:30 is goddamn night sundown. How many hours is that? Cause that's what the fuck day is, man. The other day is night. Why? You'll say what I'm trying to you now. Why?
Being initiated into a secret society like Alpha Kappa Alpha is indeed a very serious matter. And yes, there is no doubt about it, ladies and gentlemen. While you outwardly know about the existence of this sorority, they have a website, they're online, you see them on college campuses across the country, they make themselves very public as far as community presence is concerned. But make no mistake, Alpha Kappa Alpha is a secret society. There are secret rituals. There is a grip, which is basically a type of handshake. Passwords. There's secret physical signs to let other members know that you are a member. There are even phrases and sayings which are intertwined with that. There are sayings that I can intertwine into this YouTube video and no one would ever know, but the members of Alpha Kappa Alpha know that I'm saying those things for a reason. It's because those things, initiation, you are given the quote-unquote holy grail. You're given all of the secrets. They tell you what the shield means. They tell you what everything means. They teach you the grip. They teach you all of these different things at the end. And then once they pin you, the sorority has a badge, and they pin you. I think the realization came to everybody in that room that day that this was it. When you're putting a piece of their paraphernalia, their pin on you, that is signaling a change of the guard, that this is real, that you have become a member.
Hey, people be getting pinned, they be getting burned, like, you ever see people do that stuff? I always thought it was a little wild, to let somebody straight up brand you with and burn you. I was like, whoa, they doing a little too much. But yeah, that's just crazy.
member of this sorority, that you have been exposed to this quote-unquote light, and that you have been changed and all of this other stuff. And I know the language that I'm speaking is really, really interesting, but this is what the experience is like. You are exposed to all kinds and all manner of occultic things. And this is a secret society, ladies and gentlemen. I can't stress this enough, that this is a secret society. This is the first time I'm ever really talking about this like this. The oath bound me to this organization. And I'm going to give you an example of some of the oaths I took while during that initiation. There is an oath that we take at the very end when we sing the sorority's hymn, which in itself has a lot of crazy words in it. Now that I look at it, I said, wow, how could I sing that song and actually be moved by that song every time? But at the end of that, we say our pledge. And I'm going to reveal it because of the fact that I feel that it is the most blasphemous thing that we can say. And no member of Alpha Kappa Alpha can sit here and justify us saying that pledge over and over again and not think about God. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 5 through 6. Love the Lord your God with all of your heart, and with all of your soul, and with all of your strength. These commandments that I give you today are to be upon your hearts. This theme is repeated by Jesus Christ himself in Matthew chapter 22, verses 37, also in Mark chapter 12, verse 30, and also in Luke chapter 10, verse 27. Love the Lord your God with all of your heart, and with all of your soul, and with all of your mind, and with all of your strength. This is the greatest commandment. This is what Jesus said the greatest commandment was. Now I'm going to compare that to the pledge that we say at the end of our national song during private meetings. To thee, O Alpha Kappa Alpha, we pledge our hearts, our minds, our strength to foster thy teachings, obey thy laws, and make thee supreme in service to all mankind. O Alpha Kappa Alpha, we greet thee. I don't know why it took so long for me to realize that those words were the height of blasphemy. And I don't understand how any sister in Christ, because this is really for you, sister in Christ, who is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha, I don't understand how any sister in Christ can say those words repeatedly and it not convict her at some point during her walk.
That's crazy,
What
y'all.
was
Secret
Iraq actually
societies.
hiding? There's a theory that the U.S. stayed in Iraq for over a decade after it was liberated, not because of oil, but something way more powerful. In the 1920s, a British explorer discovered what was rumored to be the oldest known stargate in the world, a device that's essentially able to take people across interstellar distances instantly. It was located at what is known today as the Great Ziggurat. However, in the 1980s, Saddam Hussein fortified the ancient complex in an attempt to keep explorers from seeing what was hidden inside. Furthermore, strange ancient technology has been seen coming out of the Great Ziggurat, rumored to have come through the Stargate from an ancient civilization now living on the hidden planet Nibiru. People who have come out and spoken about these strange devices and coincidentally went missing soon after, with many more people in recent times coming forward claiming to have been involved in classified programs in Iraq where Stargate technology was used. Many people are wondering.
So yeah, I do believe that there was a Stargate, or probably still is, somewhere out there in Iraq. You know, I think that's a lot of the reason why we went over there. But it is crazy how they using Joe Rogan voice for this. That was not Joe Rogan, man. Joe Rogan wouldn't read off this TikTok like that, man. Someone had that and they used his voice with AI. The world is crazy. You gotta watch what you're watching.
Hey, let's watch this video. Y'all tell me is it facts or cap in the comments. And by the way, entertainment purposes only.
Want your children to be educated. They do not want you to think too much. That is why our country and our world has become so proliferated with entertainments, mass media, game shows, television shows, amusement parks, alcohol, and every kind of entertainment to keep the human mind entertained so that you don't get in the way of important people by doing too much thinking. You had better wake up and understand that there are people who are guiding your life and you don't even know it. And all American citizens, I think, have suspected something like this is going on. But we're all too busy trying to stay alive and live our lives. And after all, what can one person do about it?
I find that video very, very, very entertaining. Now, y'all let me know. What he said about the education system, was it facts or was it cap? Once again, entertainment purposes only. Y'all gonna follow me on YouTube if y'all want that exclusive content, and stay tuned.
I'm calling straight facts. We know that's facts, man. The person who created the educational system, or the one who funded it, literally said he don't want no thinkers. He wants some workers, right? So why would we know they don't want us to be smart here. You got to do all the learning on your own. I've learned that the hard way.
Because you're not finna sit here and say you a gangster, because you want to know what happened to gangsters. They die and go to jail. That's it. That's all that happens to them. If that don't happen to you, you want to know gangster for real. You's a goofy. True. So if you don't go to jail, if you don't, at least, I ain't saying everybody got to die, go to jail. But if you don't go to jail, bro, you not a gangster, bro. And I don't want to hear none of that. He's just smart and no, bro. No. You ain't smarter than God, goofy. That shit come around. If you don't go to jail for murking X, you gonna go to jail for something else. That's just how karma work. Look at Trap Boy Freddy. Look at, you know what I'm saying? Look at Yella Beezy. His karma came when he got them assault allegations. Trap Boy Freddy, he doing a year in prison. You trolled on a murder you said you wanted to commit. You feel what I'm saying? You act like you did it. Now you sitting in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you. You looking dumb, Trap Boy Freddy. You looking dumb, bruh. I bet you never speak on Mo3 again. And it's crazy you went to jail right during, like, in the month Mo3 passed away. You don't learn, bruh. You do not learn, bruh.
They never do.
When you got hit with the charge, it was in the month of Mo3 birthday, stupid. Y'all don't learn? Arrow sprints. You got knocked down 3 times, bro. Your car flipped at a place called Knockout. That's where the surveillance footage came from. Come on, bro. Y'all gonna have to learn, man. Y'all got to learn, bro. Y'all never gonna get away with nothing. You never get away with anything.
Ooh, dang, that's crazy. Boy got knocked out and got into a car accident at a place called Knockout. That's wild. But yeah, guys, these are some of the most creepy and bizarre TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bell on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.